Good morning. My name is Mickey DePaolo. It is my extreme honor to welcome you all to the Memorial Day Ceremony 2021. While current events unfolding across the country have made it not possible for us to come together this year as we would normally be here to celebrate and recognize this somber day in our country's history, we wanted to find a way to honor and remember those men and women who lost their lives while serving our country. Today, let us also remember the families and loved ones of the men and women who have lost their lives in the service of our country. A part of their heart has been ripped out, and it will last forever, the pain that they feel. And today we keep them all in thought and prayer. Let us also not forget to remember the veterans who have come home while serving in harm's way and are still suffering from their wartime experience. Since we can't be together this year at the War Memorial, we hope you enjoy this virtual ceremony. And now, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hi there, my name is Kathy Wills-Sarna, and this is my principal, Mr. Osmond.
Hi everyone.
We are from Roosevelt Elementary School. This is my kindergarten class, and we are honored to be included in your Memorial Day celebration. At school, we've been learning a lot of patriotic songs, and our students would like to do the Pledge of Allegiance for you today.
Happy Memorial Day.
Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. As we begin with an invocation this morning, we both honor and celebrate the many faiths and expressions of spirituality within our community, and even by those soldiers that we honor this morning. And so I invite you now to take this time to connect with the divine through prayer, or to simply pause in a moment of reflection. Creator and sustainer of all nations, though we are not joined in person this morning, we are connected by the Spirit of your love. This morning we remember and honor the lives of soldiers who died serving their country. We grieve the lives of those we have lost and loved. We grieve for those we never personally met, and we grieve beside those in our community who have lost a parent, a partner, a sibling, a cousin, a child, and a friend. This morning, we celebrate the lives of those who served, those who brought us joy and changed us by their love. This morning, we honor them and are grateful for their courage and desire to serve others. May this ceremony serve as a time of remembrance celebration of life, and healing. Together in love we pray. Amen.
As mayor of the city of Burbank, I am honored to be here with you today. Memorial Day is a time to reflect and to honor the brave men and women from the Burbank community and throughout our nation who gave their lives in the defense of our country. Let us pause to remember the sacrifices, courage, bravery. These men and women paid the ultimate price for the freedom of the United States of America, and that sacrifice should not be forgotten. I encourage all Americans to also remember the mothers, fathers, husbands, wives, and other family members who supported their loved ones in serving in the armed forces. To those who lost loved ones, we offer our condolences, prayers for courage, healing, and comfort. I also want to take this moment to say thank you. If it wasn't for the sacrifices of the men and women serving our country, I would not have the privilege of standing in front of you or completing my career in law enforcement. Those sacrifices have allowed me as an individual to pursue my dreams, my hopes, and my happiness. And I thank those that paid the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you. I would also like to thank the Burbank Veterans Committee, who work hard every year to plan our Veterans Day and Memorial Day ceremonies. Their hard work and dedication is very much appreciated. Thank you. At this time, please enjoy special Memorial Day messages.
Hello, this is Congressman Adam Schiff, and I have the honor of representing California's 28th Congressional District, including the City of Burbank. Thank you to the City of Burbank and the Burbank Veterans Committee for the opportunity to speak with you today on this very important occasion. This is a particularly special Memorial Day since we are honoring my dear friend and community hero, Mickey DePaolo. It's so fitting that we honor Mickey's lifetime of service to veterans and residents of Burbank on this solemn and reverent holiday. Congratulations, Mickey. And though we can't be together in person, we are together in our gratitude for Mickey, for the brave men and women of our armed forces, and for their loved ones who miss them dearly every day. Those who serve our country without reservation are the best of us. And today we pause to remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice so that we all may live our fullest and freest lives. This Memorial Day, I'm thinking about those constituents that I've met while visiting our troops in Afghanistan and Iraq, of their families, and of those who perished in the service of our country. Thank you all who have served this nation in uniform. We salute you, and God bless you.
Hello, I'm Congressman Brad Sherman. It's an honor to represent much of Burbank in the United States Congress, as I have for 2 decades, and to join you each Memorial Day to honor the lives of those who have made the ultimate sacrifice on behalf of our country and on behalf of our freedom. Let us also use our voices every day to thank our active military personnel who continue to answer the call, and we should show them the respect that they earn. And as we listen together to the names of the young men and young women from the city of Burbank, we pay them the silent respect and gratitude we owe them. Thank you for your service. This Memorial Day, though we are not together in person, we are held together by the sacrifices that continue to be made on our behalf. God bless you, and God bless our troops. I'm Brad Sherman.
Hi, I'm State Senator Anthony Portantino, and it's always a privilege to attend Burbank's Memorial Day commemoration. You know, Burbank has done this, and Mickey DePaolo, who we're also celebrating today, has done such a terrific job recognizing the fallen, proud, brave American men and women who have served our country and paid the ultimate sacrifice. What we get together for is a celebration of our ability to share those freedoms that those men and women paid the ultimate sacrifice with their lives. You know, when service men and women answer the call. They're doing it because they love their country, they love their communities, and they love their neighbors. And so today, we return their love with our respect and our love and our prayers as we mourn their service and their passing. And we share this day with each and every family, the Gold Star families, the extended families, the neighbors, the supporters, and the so many Burbank residents who have given their service to our country and the many who have not come home. So I just want to say thank you. God bless Burbank. I wish we were in person. And I also want to send a special comments to Mickey DePaolo, who has done such a great job as a lifelong Burbankian with his dedication to the United States of America and to the community of Burbank. So everyone, God bless. Thank you, men and women who serve, and thank you, men and women who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. We pray for your family and we mourn with them today.
Hello, I'm Assemblymember Laura Friedman, and I have the honor of representing a district that's home to thousands of veterans who have served as far back as World War II. Today is a very solemn day for all of us, but it's especially meaningful to the families, the loved ones, the sisters and brothers in arms who gave us the ultimate sacrifice. I want to take this moment to pay tribute to all of our fallen heroes. They all risked their lives for our freedom, and today we honor their commitment. We honor their commitment to our country, to our core values of liberty, equality, and of justice. Their sacrifice is a true expression of selfless service. So today, I'd like to call on all of us to honor our fallen by reaffirming our own commitment to our veterans, to the preservation of our freedom, and let's commit to continuing the fight against all forms of hate and injustice. Let's commit to doing everything that we each can to protect and to uphold the foundations of our democracy, which our fallen soldiers protected with their lives. Let us honor the memory of our heroes that are no longer with us today. Thank you.
At this time, we have a special presentation for one of our outstanding, dedicated, compassionate volunteers in our community. Standing next to me, Mr. Mickey DePaolo is the chair of the Burbank Veterans Committee and has served as a dedicated volunteer for over 33 years. Mickey served the United States Army during the Vietnam War, and upon his discharge quickly became an advocate and strong supporter of veteran affairs. Along with his good friend Mark Cutter, Mickey started the Burbank Veterans Commemorative Committee in 1988. The committee has coordinated Veterans Day and Memorial Day ceremonies ever since, with Mickey serving as the ceremony MC for each and every ceremony. Thank you, Mickey.
Thank you. Thank you for the privilege.
You got it. Mickey is also an active volunteer for organizations such as the VFW, Burbank's Elk Lodge, Veterans Coalition, and the Glendale Wellness Works. Here is a special message for Mr. DePaolo is Paul McKenna, presented on behalf of the Burbank Veterans Committee.
Good morning. My name is Paul McKenna. I've been a member of the Veterans Commemorative Committee for almost 20 years. I've also been fortunate enough to call Mickey DePaolo, the founding chairman of this committee, my friend. Mickey has not only been instrumental in helping volunteers by starting this committee 33 years ago, but more importantly, with his follow-through. If Mickey can't help you, he will find someone who can. This committee has been instrumental in establishing and maintaining the tradition of meeting at this memorial every Memorial Day and Veterans Day since its dedication in 1988. Mickey is not a two-day-a-year veterans advocate. Mickey isn't the guy that says you should go to the VA. Mickey's the guy that will put you in his car and bring you to the VA, sometimes at 3 a.m. just to get in line to see the advocate or counselor that he feels is most qualified to help you. Every May, Mickey looks forward to the Kentucky Derby, simply to hear "My Old Kentucky Home," remembering the place of his birth and his early childhood. I say early because Mickey's family moved to Burbank in 1956, and he became a fixture on the playing fields that he dedicated his life to. As a boy, Hap Minor baseball, youth basketball, and flag football brought him to these fields. As an adult, men's basketball, and softball for over 20 years. After graduating from Burbank High in 1964, while attending what is now Cal State Northridge, Mickey started his career with the City of Burbank Parks and Recreation Department. He also volunteered as a youth baseball coach, including Dino's Demons. Yes, that Dino. The team was sponsored by Dean Martin. Veterans Day 1968 was the groundbreaking for this memorial and was completed in 1969. This is the same year that Mickey was drafted. He served in the military police in the United States Army, first at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, and later as a sergeant in Vietnam. In 1971, he returned to Burbank in the Parks and Recreation Department, where he served for 42 years, retiring in 2008, serving on the city's Park and Recreation Board from 2009 until today. Over 50 years of commitment, while also working part-time for his Los Angeles Dodgers. And for the next 30 years, he continued to volunteer as a youth coach, including for his son, Michael. Youth that he coached remember his positive experience, win or lose. He volunteered as the race director for Burbank's Run for the Hungry, planning and executing this annual 5K event. In 1988, Mickey assumed the post as chairman of the Veterans Commemorative Committee, dedicating the Korean and Vietnam War memorials. In 1998, he was instrumental in bringing the Moving Wall, a half-size replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, to McCambridge Park. A black marble monument commemorating this event remains in the park today. In 2001, working with Mark and Karen Cutler, he helped to establish a community effort called Hands Across the Battlefield, coordinating with the city and local businesses to send needed supplies to our troops. This has remained an annual event. An avid distance runner, Mickey was honored as a legacy runner, having completed the first 22 Los Angeles marathons, breaking his streak only when the event was moved to Memorial Day. Additionally, he served as a volunteer coach for the Loyola High School cross-country team for over 10 years. He has overseen a number of additions to this monument, including the plaque honoring entertainer Bob Hope and the Women of the Sea Services. It is only fitting that his name now joins them. In 2007, he was inducted into the Burbank Athletics Walk of Fame for his commitment and dedication both as a volunteer and as a participant. In 2009, he was honored by State Assembly member Paul Gregorian as the Veteran of the Year. 2011, the Burbank Association of Realtors honored Mickey as Citizen of the Year. In 2007, he was selected by Assembly member Laura Freeman as Veteran of the Year and the Older Americans Volunteer Service Award from the County of Los Angeles. He's been honored by the Vertical Hills Council of the Boy Scouts of America, as well as local scouts. In 2009, he supervised the remodel and redesign of this war memorial. Since 2019, he has served as the Senior Vice Commander and Commander of Burbank's Veterans of Foreign Wars Ship 8310. He has been instrumental in maintaining the last Veterans Service Organization in Burbank. Mickey has part of the Military Service Recognition Program since it began in 2006. Displaying banners with service members' names and service, a very visible way of honoring countless local service members. On a personal note, Mickey has been like a big brother to me, and as he says, a crazy uncle to my son. He provided my wife a sense of confidence when I was deployed. At this time, I am honored to present Mickey a military service banner with his name in it. The committee and the city of Burbank felt it fitting that we honor Mickey as he has honored so many others. We hope that the banner will represent our appreciation for your lifetime of service. We love you, Mickey.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Burbank's virtual Memorial Day ceremony. My name is Lieutenant Colonel George Burchuk, and I'm the commander of 1st Battalion, 144th Field Artillery Regiment, which is headquartered here in Burbank, California, and I'm honored to be here today. Paying respects to the men and women who have died in the service to the United States of America is a long-standing tradition that began in the late 1800s following the Civil War. Originally referred to as Decoration Day, the first widely observed recognition took place on May 30th, 1868, and was marked by parades, memorial speeches, and a decoration of graves of those who lost their life in the Civil War. In 1971, Memorial Day was declared a federal holiday that would be recognized on the last Monday of the month of May. Today, we join countless other cities around the United States as we pay our respects to the men and women who selflessly gave their lives in the name of liberty and freedom. We honor their dedication, their sacrifice, and their commitment to duty. We will not forget the families who lost loved ones, and there are no adequate words to ease the pain of your loss, but we offer our undying gratitude, heartfelt condolences, and sincerest hope for healing and remembrance. The men and women who have given their lives in service to their country are heroes, and we'll never forget their sacrifice. For the community of Burbank, honoring and remembering fallen service members, along with supporting and recognizing veterans, is of the utmost importance. This long-standing tradition has been largely impacted by the support and dedication of one community volunteer in particular, Mr. Mickey DePaolo, a Burbank resident, retired City of Burbank staff member, and an Army veteran himself, has dedicated over 33 years to supporting, honoring, and recognizing veterans. Mr. DePaolo, I commend you for your commitment to Veterans Affairs. You are a true champion of community service, and the work you have done for veterans in this community is greatly appreciated. Today and every day, let us all continue to remember the men and women who did not come home. Let their sacrifice be with us, and let us be eternally grateful. Thank you for your time today.
Mickey, on behalf of the City of Burbank and the Burbank City Council, we love you. Thank you is not enough. We would like to present you with this plaque in appreciation of your 33 years of dedicated service to the Burbank community. We, the council, commend you for your volunteer service. You have truly made a difference in the community and in the lives of so many. So many people know of your commitment to this community when you were a great, outstanding park employee of the Park and Recreations Department, to riding that weird-looking bicycle, to just your kindness and always fighting hard for the veterans. You are a great individual in our community that we love, cherish, and adore your friendship. But most important, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts and let you know that you have touched so many lives that words cannot describe our appreciation for you as a council, as a community, and the entire executive and staff of the City of Burbank. Mickey, in order to commemorate the service award that we plan to honor you for many years to come, we would like to unveil a plaque for you that remain here at McCambridge Park, the War Memorial, that is a big part of you. This plaque will be placed behind us at the internal flame monument, and it will remain a permanent fixture to honor you, your legacy, your sacrifice, and your commitment to the people of Burbank and its veterans. I now would like to call my colleagues on the council to please join me up here. And Mickey, can you please join me over here? So Mickey, would you do the honors on behalf of the entire council and unveil this very special plaque on behalf of the council? Please.
No, back. We're going back.
You're going back.
Thank you.
Mickey, a lot of times, especially with the COVID-19, all of us have been impacted one way or the other. But what makes this totally special is you're with us, and we're able to express to you our love, our friendship, and most important, the council feels so lost for words that we're losing a good friend, but you'll be here. Your name is in our history books forever. Council members, if you'd like to join in and say a few words to our good dear friend.
Mickey, I want to congratulate you for all those years of service to our community. As an employee and as a volunteer, you spent a lot of time with the community, a lot of time with the Veterans Committee, and that was your heart. So on behalf of myself, I want to thank you for all the years of friendship that we've had over many, many years.
Amen.
And wish you much luck with the grandbaby.
Thank you. Thanks for the kind words.
Mickey, the mayor said it perfectly. We love you. And I am so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for your attitude and for your love for Burbank and for your support and for all you've done for Burbank. And you've got your whole life ahead of you, and I wish you all the best in Illinois with your new grandson. And he's so lucky. What a lucky little baby boy.
We're lucky. We're blessed. Thank you, Sharon.
Mickey, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all of your contributions to Burbank, and I think the mayor, the vice mayor, Councilmember Springer put it perfectly. And the most important thing I can tell you is you will never be forgotten, and a big piece of you is going to be right here, not only in our history books, but as part of our community and our culture here.
I'm very grateful.
Thank you.
My family are very grateful. Thank you very much.
I mean, I got to say to everybody else, it's not going to be the same without you. Every event that we have, it's Mickey. It's the Mickey show, So we're gonna miss you a lot, and we all hate to see you go, but we know you.
Back, though.
Okay, good.
I'll be coming back periodically.
Good. We need to see you here. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Mr. Mayor.
Mickey, you've never been too short for words. This is probably the one opportunity I will not stop you on time.
Okay.
So I'd like to give you the mic so you can express your personal thoughts, not just to the council, but to the great people of the city of Burbank.
Well, first of all, I want to thank. This is wonderful, but I accept this on behalf of all veterans and their families, especially my family, and my father, who served in World War II, and I have a lot of history going all the way back to the Civil War. So I'm very proud of my family's military heritage. And I want to thank my wife, who's completely supported me through everything. My wonderful son, Michael, and my daughter-in-law, Amanda. And my son's mother, Casey Ricard. Everybody who has been supporting me throughout my journey living in Burbank from when I moved here when I was 9 years old in 1956. And I might ramble a little bit, forgive me, but this park was my haven when I first came to the city of Burbank. This is where I met my friends, and I became what we called affectionately the McCambridge Park Rat. And we all still to this very day have reunions. And we're all getting a little bit older, but we still think back to these wonderful times here at this park. And now that I've been given the honor to be the chair of the Burbank Veterans Committee for all these years, and it's been an extreme honor for me. I'm humbled every time I come up here to the podium. And this area is sacred ground to me. Where I used to play over the line, that's where the Vietnam Memorial apex of the wall was, and that's why we have the monument there. That was a week that was wonderful in this city's history, and I was so blessed to be a part of that. And I just want to thank all the staff throughout my career who have given me so much support and been there for me in all sorts of different times. And when Mayor Fruto said something about an exemplary employee, well, I wasn't always an exemplary employee, and I have to admit that. But I was given all the support in the world to kind of get my head together, and I am so proud to have served 41 and a half years with the city as an employee, and I have so many people to thank, and if I don't want to miss anybody, you know who you are, you know who my friends are, and I accept this too. Also, I don't want to forget my wonderful sister, who is the bravest lady I've ever known in my life. And I wish she could be here today. She's suffering from Alzheimer's, and I went to see her yesterday, and she's still as sweet a person as you ever want to meet. And I hate it that she has this, but she's there, and she still shows her love, so for that I'm grateful. And I want to thank the Burbank Veterans Committee, all the wonderful people who I've served with. And without them, these ceremonies would not happen. They pour their heart and souls into this. And they put up with me as a chairperson, and all my colleagues on the Park and Rec Board, who I'm coming up on my 12th year. And when Councilman Telemontes was elected to the City Council, I was fortunate enough to fill his big shoes and be on the Park and Rec Board, and it's been a wonderful experience. And as far as volunteering goes, I know I've said this before, but I want everybody to consider, upon your retirement, you want to coach a team. I'm looking back when I was 19, I first started coaching. That was my first volunteer experience. And there's volunteer opportunities in Burbank all over the place. And what a thing. I've done it since I retired, and from youth through senior adults I volunteered with. And I also want to mention the Loyola High School Cubs and that wonderful group of young men and coaches who gave me the opportunity to coach there for 14 years. And my son's an alumni from there, and but I want to thank Dr. Lalo Diaz, who was the head coach there, who gave me that opportunity, and the wonderful young people and parents that have supported me. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. I want to recognize my niece, Jennifer, who is here today in support, and I'm so proud of her. And I want to thank my wife again, Layum, who has always been there for me and is supporting each and everything I do. And I hope when I go back to Illinois that I can send some pictures of me riding that funny looking bike that I ride around city. It's called an elliptigo, if you want to know. You can, it's a good purchase. But anyway, thank you. And this plaque is, I don't know what to say. I humbly accept it, but like I said, I accept it on behalf of my colleagues on the committee and every man and woman who have served our country. May God bless each and every one of them. And where else would this happen except our wonderful country? We're going through some tough times, but our country is still the best in the world, and we're going to continue to be so. Well, thank you all for this wonderful, wonderful honor, and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Again, millions and millions of thanks on behalf of the council. If there's anything out there, you are a part of the city family that you created as an employee, but as a member of this community and a passionate volunteer, you have impacted so many lives, and your name will always be honored. Thank you. And to everybody watching this, remember, Memorial Day is a great time to be with your family and friends, but let's not forget the real reason Memorial Day is here is to pay our respects, honor, and thank you to the men and women that have fought overseas and are also fighting domestic terrorism in our country. Let's not forget, Memorial Day is to say thank you, reach out to a family member that lost a loved one that served our country, and tell them thank you. I will see everybody at the next council meeting. Thank you very much.
Yes, my name is Mickey DePaolo, and I am now standing at near our World War I plaque of the men who lost their lives during their service to our country during World War I. And this beautiful rose garden was dedicated way back in 1950 for all the men and women who died in World War I and World War II. It's called the Burbank Memorial Rose Garden, and it was dedicated by the Disabled American Veterans Auxiliary number 40, the Gold Star mothers and fathers, in loving memory of their sons and daughters who paid the supreme sacrifice in the service of their country during World War I and World War II. And it was presented by the city of Burbank in 1950. The reason I have this rose in my hand is that every Memorial Day we do what is called the Ceremony of the Rose, where we read each and every name that are on these World War I, World War II, Korean War, and Vietnam War memorial plaques. We read each and every name, and every time we read a name, we have a scout group and friends and loved ones that come and lay a rose at that particular memorial, remembering the service member who lost their lives in the service of our country. It's a very somber ceremony, but it's so very important to remember all of these people who are no longer with us, and they're the reason why we enjoy our wonderful freedoms that we have today. It's a beautiful ceremony. That's the reason I have the rose. This is our World War II plaque. Just gaze at all the names on there. Every time I drive by this memorial, I feel a very somber, solemn feeling come over myself, because I'm able to come by here and be free to do so because of these brave service members who gave their lives in the service of our country. Now this is our Korean War Memorial Plaque. It was dedicated on November 11th, 1988, along with the Vietnam War Memorial. The background of the dedication of these two memorials goes to two wonderful people, Frank and Roberta Bullock, longtime residents of Burbank, who lost their son, Brian Bullock, during the Vietnam War. Brian's body was never recovered. So Frank and Roberta wanted to have two memorials established here, Korea and Vietnam. And without them, these memorials might not be here today. So I want to pay special tribute to Frank and Roberta Bullock, who are no longer with us, but I know that Frank and Roberta are smiling down on us today. And the Korean War is really a forgotten war. And I don't know if people realize it, you probably do, that war is still going on. It has never there was a ceasefire, but there's never been declared an end to that war. So there's still lives in danger over there. We still have personnel over there serving in harm's way. This is our Vietnam War Memorial. A lot of my classmates' names are on this memorial. One in particular, he graduated a few years behind me at Burbank High School, is Larry L. Maxim. He was awarded the Medal of Honor posthumously after losing his life on the 2nd of February 1968 in the Cam Lo district of Vietnam. In 2010, we changed the name of Pacific Park in honor and memory of Larry L. Maxim Jr. to Larry L. Maxim Memorial Park. We had a wonderful dedication that day, and where 8 people from his unit, 8 Marines, from his unit, showed up at the ceremony from all over the United States. His brother and sister flew in from Australia. It was just a memorable day, and I want to thank the City of Burbank and the Park and Recreation Department employees for really helping our committee make that a realization. And so please visit that park and pay tribute to Corporal Larry L. Maxim. Obviously, the Vietnam War Memorial was dedicated that same day as the Korean War Memorial, so that's a really very memorable day in our history, in our city's history. This is our Global War on Terror plaque. And fortunately, so far, the City of Burbank, we have lost no resident from the City of Burbank in the service of our country. We've had a lot of Burbank residents, men and women who have served bravely our country during this global war on terror. But thank God they've all come home, or they're still serving. So we keep them in our prayers. These are brave young men and women who stepped up and voluntarily served their country during a time of high danger, to say the least. And they've been deployed 4 or 5 times. So I want to thank each and every one of them who have laid their lives on the line so our country can continue to be the greatest country in the world. Before we close our wonderful ceremony today, I'd like to thank the Cusimano family for sponsoring our flyover by the Condor Squadron. The Cusimano family has continually supported our flyovers each and every year, and without them, these flyovers wouldn't be a realization, and they are a real highlight of our ceremony. Also, I want to thank our City Council for their total support of all our Veterans Committee does, and without them, and without all my colleagues on the Veterans Committee and the city employees that work alongside me, Jenny Griffin namely, and Dave Mudgett, and our department head, Marissa Garcia, Chris Smith, and Kathleen Labrato, who are always out here at each and every ceremony giving us all the support they can give us, and we appreciate that as a committee. I want to thank them also. And I'd like to read the verbiage on this plaque. It really says all as far as what this very wonderful, somber day is all about, Memorial Day. To those who died, honor and eternal rest. To those still in bondage, remembrance and hope. To those who return, gratitude and peace. Thank you all for viewing our ceremony today. I hope to see you all in person on Veterans Day 2021. And until then, drive by these memorials often and pay respect to all these men and women who have sacrificed their lives in the service of our wonderful country. God bless you all. Have a wonderful Memorial Day, and please remember what the day is all about. God bless each and every one of you.
As we part this morning, may we continue to honor the memory of those who have died and care for those who continue to feel the pain and impact of their loss. May we be moved to love in tangible ways by feeding, housing, and supporting those who have been impacted by war, conflict, and violence. As we honor those who have served, may we be inspired to act as peacemakers and pursuers of justice in this world, and may compassion, empathy, and love rise above all in this community, in this nation, and in this world. Amen.